Gambling in today's world is currently at an all-time high. It's very common because not only does it give people a chance to earn a few extra dollars here and there, maybe add a couple extra dollars to a paycheck, it gives them a legitimate chance at hitting huge for generational wealth. The Times-Republican states that the American Gaming Association released new data that shows that 57% of U.S. adults have gambled in the past year. This means that over half of the population of U.S. adults are gambling, meaning that it's more common to gamble than it is to not gamble. Out of the 50 states, 44 have legalized gambling and casinos, Kentucky being one of 6 that currently hasn't legalized it yet. This doesn't mean that Kentuckians aren't still gambling, though. It's not illegal to go out of state borders and gamble at casinos such as Tennessee, a close by state. All it's doing is giving Tennessee more tax dollars to build their community rather than keeping it in state borders in the state of Kentucky. But unfortunately, it's not legalized, so that's an impossible task. In Kentucky, there currently are limited forms of gambling, but it's very limited on mainly just sports betting. Sports betting is very common in Kentucky, being the only thing that you can gamble on, but it's very limited, and the target audience on sports gambling is also limited, so we're not really reaching full potential on our gambling in our state. Not everybody's interested in sports, and also not everybody trusts online stuff where you have to go all through an app, put your credit card in, all that personal information. Just not everybody's interested in it, so the target audience is very limited. Legalizing casinos in the state of Kentucky gives us a huge economic opportunity. It also gives a huge step for economic growth in our state. Lex 18, which is a news anchor out of Lexington, Kentucky, states that $2.6 billion was bet on in sports in Kentucky from September 2023 to September 2024. People are willing to put up their hard-earned money just for a chance to hit big. If they're willing to do this online, as stated, that the target audience is super limited, so you're not even reaching full potential, but you see that the revenue is there. People are willing to take a risk. Out of this $2.6 billion, it was later stated that this resulted in $43.1 million in tax revenue for the state. This money that was sent to the sports betting apps later gets turned into tax money and then can be used to build things for our community, like road work and schools for public education. Our governor, Andy Beshear, stated that legalizing gambling in our state and building casinos would bring $500 to $550 million in annual tax revenue. This money can be used to build our community and make our community better, safer, and stronger. Legalizing gambling also would make job creation. It's currently not legal, therefore we have no casinos in the state of Kentucky. But because we don't have any, it gives huge opportunities for construction workers because these buildings are going to have to be constructed. It gives a chance for engineers to come up with designs for the building and see what works best. Once the casinos are built, they're going to need workers in the casinos, such as dealers, maintenance workers, security, and management, just stuff to keep the business going. This also could build revenue for local businesses, being that people might be interested enough gambling to come to the state of Kentucky, maybe to test out their luck in the state of Kentucky, maybe to see the new casinos, but also it's going to be more populated because of the casinos. Therefore, it's going to give local businesses a chance to grow. It also gives a chance for Kentucky to build new things around these casinos, such as maybe new restaurants, parking lots, hotels. This, again, giving more work because we're going to need construction workers and labor workers to build these things. Overall, legalizing casinos and gambling in the state of Kentucky gives many opportunities. It's going to keep gambling money in our state borders. Therefore, we can turn this money around and use it to build our community. Overall, it just generates significant revenue and gives us a chance to come together and build the state what it what it should be and what it's possible to be.